Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Stone Storytelling with Rex, wherein I get stoned and I tell you a story. Um, Today's story is a short one, um, but it always kind of makes me chuckle because it's one of those stories of me kind of putting my foot in my mouth real bad. We're enjoying more of the mystery Nug Run butter that you've seen in the last couple of videos. After this, I'm gonna have to hold off for a little bit so I don't smoke all this today and make the lady real mad when she gets home from work. Can't have that. So, as I go along and kind of dig through my Swiss cheese brain and find which stories I can tell without legal repercussions and which stories I remember. There are likely to be a lot of stories like this where I am just making a complete ass of myself because I do it an awful lot. The story is called Kevin Bacon, No Thank You. Ever since I was probably about 14, 13, 14, something like that, people started telling me that I looked like someone. And when I was young, a lot of little girls would tell me that they thought I looked like Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's one of the ones that continues to this day. And I don't see it. I always laugh and I tell them, you know what, really what it is that we have similar complexions, but we both have very symmetrical faces. That's all it is. And really, I think that's all it is. Is they see symmetry, they see someone that they think is attractive, and they like to draw a comparison. But it's flattering, it's nice, whatever. No harm, no foul. Um, and so I've heard that, and some people would say like, oh, you look like Johnny Depp, because I used to have longer hair, and I'd get weird ones to people tell me, particularly when I had long hair and a beard, they'd say that I look like Chuck Mangione, which, looking back at a couple of photos, I can kind of see maybe what they were talking about. It was pretty funny, that I didn't realize at the time, and so you hear all these weird ones. I had a period there where there was, I guess, some guy on General Hospital that supposedly bore some sort of resemblance to me. Never saw General Hospital in my life, so I couldn't tell you. But these are all just kind of things that people see, that they want to see, and unless someone comes up to you and tells you that you look like Sloth from Goonies, or that that you look like dude from Mask, like, and they're just blatantly being insulting, you should just say, oh, well, gosh, thank you, that's very nice of you. Just, be accepting, because they're trying to compliment you in the best way they can. And, let them give you the compliment, be gracious, thank them, and move on. Now, when I was younger, I had a hard time I really did have a hard time accepting any kind of compliment at all. We're gonna sit here so we don't see my laundry so much. Yeah, there we go. I had a really hard time accepting compliments, because I was kind of coming back from this angsty teenage, no self confidence sort of bullshit. And I I found myself working at the Gap, and I was a cashier at the Gap one day. Well, not exclusively, I guess. I did everything, but on this particular day, I was working the cashier station, and this woman comes up to me, and she brings her shirt up and pants and whatever. And I'm bringing her up, and we're, sort of chit-chatting, and she stops, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, has anyone ever told you that you look just like Kevin Bacon?" Now, at the time, I was 18, maybe 19. And, in my mind, Kevin Bacon was this old, super tan, leathery dude who was old in the 80s. Like, Kevin Bacon was older than my parents. So, at 19, I kind of took offense to being told that I looked like Kevin Bacon. And without even batting an eye, just like straight back at her, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you look just like Kevin Bacon." I'm like, ma'am, that is quite possibly the most offensive thing that anyone has ever said to me in my entire life. And I just looked her dead in the eye, like how the fuck could you tell me that I look like Kevin Bacon? Like, at this point, she might as well have said I look like Kevin Spacey, Like, come on. I I don't know. I mean, it came right out of my mouth, but she looked instantly wrecked, like punched in the gut. Someone killed their puppy, set her house on fire all at one time, wrecked, and her chin's kind of quivering. And she looks at me and she goes, "But I really like Kevin Bacon." And in that second, I went, "Oh, shit." And my manager had kind of been standing behind me, and she watched all this go down, and she sort of grabs me. She's like, "Paul, you need to go back now," and pushes me. Damn it. So she grabs me, and she throws me. She's like, "Get in the back now!" Pushes me towards the back of the store. And she goes and she talks and, kind of squares it up. Like, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." Comes back in the back room and starts yelling. She's like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you can't go saying shit like that to people." Like, she was trying to be complimentary. Like, this is someone like your mom's age, man. Like, just fucking say thank you. You can't go and be a dick like that. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? And it took a whole lot of fast talking and a whole lot of, slick tongue work of me just being like, you know, and I somehow weaseled my way out of getting fired that day. I don't know. So, um, that's my "you look like Kevin Bacon," me putting my foot in my mouth story, also known as Kevin Bacon. No, thank you. Uh, like I said, there's a little moral there, and just accept compliments and say thank you. Move on. Don't make things of it. Oh gosh. So, thanks for watching this episode of Stone Storytelling with Rex. Have a great day.